Hello, and this is Masamushia from Percolation Gaming. And today we're going to be going over Mann Vs Machine, and this is going to be an engineer tutorial. Now your Sentry Gun is pretty much your primary focus, as it will be doing the most damage and pretty much winning the game for your team. So go with Sentry Gun fire speed, or you can also go with just your Sentry Gun health, but in the beginning your Sentry Gun isn't going to be getting whomped on enough to really warrant getting the Sentry Gun health, so it's just better to go with damage for now. Now set your teleporter in the beginning, of course, and then your dispenser. I prefer it over here since this is where everyone kind of hangs out. You could put it on the other side as well, but that's also where the robots run, so I mean there's a very likely chance of it getting destroyed. You could also set up on the building I just jumped off on and kind of use your Wrangler in order to shoot right down the middle. But I kind of prefer this little corner. And you saw that I rotated the teleporter. For the love of God, engineers, rotate your teleporter exits. No one wants to start off facing towards a wall. It's really, really disjarring. It's typical engineer play though. I mean, all you have to do is kind of position yourself behind the Sentry Gun in such a fashion that you're not going to be getting walloped on by virtually everything. Just keep on whacking on the Sentry Gun, keeping its health high and whatnot, and you'll be in a pretty good position. Later on it gets a little bit harder to do that with all the explosives that go on, but it's still not that bad overall. Another tip is just to know where the ammo locations are, of course, so you can collect metal and not really have to worry about it too much. Now here we have a Sentry Buster. These things will come after your Sentry Gun and pretty much detonate upon impact. So what you do is you pick up your Sentry Gun, run towards it, it deploys the explosive, and there you go. You sit your Sentry Gun right down and you barely lose any time. You don't lose your Sentry Gun. No one should die, ideally. There's no problems with that at all. A Sentry Buster is kind of just a little bit irritating, but it shouldn't ruin your day. First waves are really easy. I mean, as you see, I haven't gotten hit once. That changes later on. You also have to keep a lookout for scouts that come up here, or spies. Just pretty typical stuff. Pick it up, run towards it, run away, you're good to go. Now for some reason I keep setting my teleporter right near the doorway. I position it later to a less silly place, but i.e. right here. It doesn't really die in this spot unless a bonk bat scout for some reason is having a field day on it, which still doesn't happen that often. So of course after you complete your round you go and get more upgrades. Again, same focus. Building your Sentry Gun. The Disposable Century also helps a bit, but you kind of have more pressing matters. You don't really need to be focusing on that too much right now.
3, 2, 1.
So set up again, position yourself behind the Sentry Gun, and go to town. You'll also notice that this time I picked up a buildings upgrade, or an Ubercharge canteen upgrade, just in case something does go wrong. Now keep in mind that when you use the Ubercharge canteen, that it'll also, if you're healing your sentry at the same time, it'll also protect your Sentry Gun from damage too, which is incredibly helpful. I mean, that's the difference between losing your sentry and almost maybe having to reposition elsewhere with a level 1 Sentry Gun, or just saving the Sentry Gun and yourself, not having to buy back into the round. Really useful stuff. As you see, I kind of like this spot up here because there's a health pack right next to me and a large ammo kit right there. I have to walk like a couple feet just to get the ammo, and I'm pretty much good to go. I don't even really need my dispenser. The guys down there can use that and there'll be no problem. Now the Sentry Gun technique and getting rid of those Sentry Busters is so important because a lot of the time your team kind of focuses on those, trying to protect the engineer, and it's a waste of time. They They have other things that they could be doing, like destroying the bomb or taking care of a big robot, be it a soldier, a demo man, pyro, whatever, depending on whatever level you're on. It just saves everyone time. Yourself, your team, it makes the round go a lot smoother. I think this time, oh, nope. I thought someone else got away, but it happens occasionally, like when the larger robots start getting a little bit out of hand. It's kind of crazy. There will be a few minor escapes, but you just really have to rely on your team there. Moving your sentry gun like that will probably get you killed, and odds are there's still robots coming after the bomb sneaks away. So you kind of take care of the remainders that are coming and let your team worry about the bomb. Unless you get to the little two-way teleporters, then I could maybe see that being a bit different. But personally, I don't really get that. That's one of the last things I get. There are other things that you should be worrying about. Yeah, as you see, we only have 5 people actually, 5 out of 6, and this is cakewalk. Nothing's going wrong at all. We don't even have a medic to heal us up, and no one's really dying. Same plan, buff up the sentry gun. As you see, I'm getting a lot of kills with that, so that sentry gun is pretty much a make or break kind of thing. Without it there, a lot of things go wrong. Now this time we're going to get the disposable century. It does help, and it also gets you crits when it's destroyed, should you be equipped with the shotgun that gives you critical hits upon the sentry being destroyed. I think it gives you about 3 or 5, depending. The disposable sentry is just the little sentry that you get with the glove. It's easy to destroy and it does real little damage, but it still helps. Every little bit helps, of course. As you see, I'm kind of paranoid here. I'm not sure who's coming up and who's coming where. But this wave is just kind of just the tanks really, and then there's one spy to worry about. So I'm looking around for him, hoping not to get backstabbed. Soldier's trying to help me out, and there's the spy. The spy has been destroyed, but it still seems that there's another spy, so we have to kind of keep a lookout for that. And there he is right there. Gotta gun him down. Oh, wrenching him down now. And there's the spy. Tank is just slow enough that your sentry gun can do a heck of a lot of damage to it. It was essentially in the little firing range of the sentry gun for an incredibly long time. There's also something that you can get for the engineer that's under the engineer upgrades, and that's kind of metal regen, but personally I don't really see the point in it. You don't really run out of metal so quickly that it's like, oh god, what am I gonna do? I need this 5 metal per 5 seconds or I'm doomed. No, not really. The health kits, they kind of spawn really fast. I mean, what is it, like 15 seconds or something like that? You can also upgrade your max metal capacity, which helps a lot as well. I mean, you can get up to 500 metal and then you don't even have to worry about that. I think you only go through like 600 metal per round or something like that. Now, as you saw there, I kind of tried to heal my disposable sentry, but it doesn't work like that. You can't even hit it at all, repair the ammo for it. Once the ammo is gone, I assume it gets destroyed. And then you gotta replace another one. And there's a spy coming right at me. And as you saw, an advertisement for this stupid server came right as I was about to start fighting him. So please, if you're in charge of servers, don't do that. That's so annoying. I played on this server quite a few times and it got quite a few people killed as well. Really annoying and unnecessary. Now, I kinda got here at a bad time. I'm in a bad position right now. My sentry gun's only level 1, I can't really get it out, and I'm gonna die again to a bunch of bonk pads. So when something like that happens, when your sentry gun is down, don't reposition it where you were. Just take it to the beginning and try and get your gun up to level 3. Now another thing I should have done here, drop the uber charged canteen and then just go for the max upgrade for your buildings. And what that does is, if you have all your things down, like the sentry gun and the dispenser, teleporter, etc., so long as you use that canteen, when those are down, it'll automatically upgrade them to level 3. And as you saw, I used the uber charged canteen and also protect myself as well as my sentry gun. So we're still trying to get up here. I'm still in a really bad position. Everything's tearing the sentry gun apart. I can't get back up without dying too fast. And here we go. Now somehow he got blown out. That was incredible. I'm not sure if he like glitched or something or what happened there. It was craziness though. Great teamwork by these guys. I buy myself back in so we can kind of hopefully get some sort of defense going, but it's to no avail and we end up failing the wave. So what was different about that round? What went wrong and what didn't we do right? Now, what happened was I died to something silly. I really shouldn't have died to that spy. I saw him, but I died anyway. I can blame the ad all I want, but what it comes down to is I died and my sentry gun died for it. So this time we're going to focus on building health instead of speed. That way, if something like that does happen again, the sentry gun will hopefully be in a better position and have a lot more HP to work with. And also, as you saw in that last round, the Sentry Buster just completely ruined my day. After that, I just couldn't get myself back up again. So we bought another uber charge canteen just to hopefully keep things safe, myself included. And here comes the spies. Here comes the paranoia as well. Already checking for spies when they were just released. But spies down there sapping the dispenser. I don't really care about it. They don't really seem to be using it that much anyway, and if I were to drop down there, it would just be bad news. So instead we worry about the Sentry Buster, and I almost die. It was right there staring me at the face, and see, luckily I have that shotgun and so many crits stored up. But the Sentry Gun goes down again, and I die to yet another bonk bat, or melee weapon rather. This time we try and set ourselves up. We've got a lot more time to work with. I mean, there's only scouts right now. So this will actually be able to hold them off, unlike last time where there were already heavies at the front door blasting me and the team away. Sentry Gun's almost maxed out. And the heavy is taking the metal, unfortunately, so I kind of have to go and scavenge far, far away. And I think that's a spy because that guy is acting so shady. He's running away when I shoot him in a corner, but no, it's just a player who's hiding in there doing absolutely nothing. Because I guess that sounded like a good plan to him. So note to players, don't do that. Don't just stand there hiding, hoping you're not going to die. If your team's sitting up here in the front and you're not an engineer or a spy, then odds are you should be in the front lines with them, defending the base from the bomb. I love the way the Cow Wrangler looks, by the way. Things just get disintegrated. The robots look so silly like that since they glow blue. So they kind of look like an icy, really. So this time we were a lot more prepared for kind of falling back to the front lines. Everyone was there, void one derp heavy. The Sentry Gun actually got up that time, so a lot of good news there. Now we're going to go for the building upgrade because the Sentry Gun has died the last 2 times. Obviously the uber charge isn't doing that much for me. but unfortunately upon this playthrough I was a little unsure on the mechanics. I always used the canteen when I was about to place a building down, but it obviously doesn't work like that.
2, 1.
34 revenge crits. Something is gonna get walloped on when I actually have time to hit. You don't even know. So since the Sentry Gun, or the dispenser was destroyed last time, and we set up in the beginning, just kind of destroy them again. The Sentry Gun as well, and just restart where you were before. Don't leave them back there. I've seen engineers that have left their things at the beginning, like the entire duration of the game, for absolutely no reason. Now here goes the Sentry Gun again. It just took way too much damage, myself included. And as you saw, that soldier, exactly what I was talking about before, just sitting there doing absolutely nothing with his time. Standing there full HP, nothing better to do with his equalizer or blood pickaxe, whatever it's called now, out. Really silly. Now I used the canteen here for, again, pretty much no purpose at all. But we got the wave anyway, and really that's all that counts. So since the sentry keeps dying, we kinda gotta focus on the health of the Sentry Gun, because it's no good dying constantly, regardless of whether you have the canteen or not. It's not doing yourself or your team any good, just dying constantly and having to reset up like that. Sentry Gun is pretty imperative to success. I mean, I would say that the Heavy and the Engineer do the most damage in all of Mann vs Machine. It's absurd the damage output they can get. And they essentially never die as well. And I get backstabbed. I got careless. I knew there were spies out, but for some reason I just didn't want a spy check. And I suffered for that. But, as you can see, the Sentry Gun has a crap ton of HP. It's not going down at all. But I get sniped from miles away from a scout, and that was kind of irritating. Can't believe I actually died there. And there's a scout with the bomb, but we've still got plenty of people coming. So we got to take care of that. Sentry Gun goes down again. Didn't get there in time in order to pick up the Sentry Gun and run it towards the bomb, which is quite unfortunate. Now waves are still coming, so we still set up over here and hope that the others can take care of it. The Sentry Gun should take care of the big robot soldier pretty much no problem, really. I mean, look, it was just me there and I think a pyro, and it went down, no problem at all. Or rather, it's about to go down. But unfortunately, we suffered heavy casualties. The dispenser died. Who does that? My dispenser did nothing to you, sir. Now here's another thing I suffer from. I'm not placing my disposable sentry down every time it dies. I get a little too tunnel visioned when it comes to the Sentry Gun, keeping it up and keeping a high metal count, and then not dying to spies, so just kind of a pro tip there. Don't do that. And now that we have everything maxed out, we can start focusing on other things, such as metal capacity and the dispenser range, which can be pretty helpful. I'm pretty sure from the way I have my Sentry Gun position dispenser down there that I am affected by my dispenser as well, just from standing way up here because of the 300% range that you gain from it. But unfortunately, all the scouts are starting up here and there's hell to pay. Now there's the problem right there. The scout went into that building. My Sentry Gun cannot shoot through walls. So we're going to have to reposition at some point. But I end up going over here for some stupid reason. and I get shot by snipers. Those snipers, regardless of what class you're playing, will pretty much either one-shot or two-shot you just through body shots. And if there's more than one, well then you're probably going to die immediately. Now since that's over there, it's going to be time to reposition soon. I can't really hit off all those scouts that just ran through the building at all. I can only get them when they're right there. So we're going to reposition on the other side of the map. It's not a bad position, but I wouldn't necessarily qualify it as good either. I mean, as you saw, we're right in the path of everything. You can get all kinds of blast damage up here, and then scouts just shooting your stuff from ways away. And see, that's what I mean about the Sentry Buster. Though that's a good thing he did that, really. That would have been way too much of a hassle for me since I was way down there. He would have deployed right at my Sentry Gun, and I probably would have lost it. So I'm pretty thankful to that Pyro that he did that. Might as well waste these crits, right? Not that I can actually hit anything since I'm apparently blind. But that's okay. The Sentry Gun's there. He'll take care of everything. Now they're actually standing near my dispenser finally. I think that's one of the few times the dispenser actually got used. And with that range, it can pretty much hit you when you're just hovering between the little lanes right there. The upgrade range is pretty intense. And he almost died. Silly sticky jumping demo man. So max metal capacity is kind of the bee's knees once you've pretty much maxed out your Sentry Gun. It helps a lot. You don't really have to run back and forth, and you can stock up on metal that'll essentially last you the entire round. So should some reason your teammates be kind of scouring the map for metal, you can kind of let them have it because you should have a lot on hand. With all these crits, I just kind of go silly. Just kind of upgrade my shotgun, get some bullet projection going on there. Just because of the high damage output it can do when I get a whole bunch of revenge crits. Oh, it doesn't really make too big a difference. So here we go again, the giant heavies. This is what killed us last time. But we've got a bunch of upgrades now. Got metal capacity. We've got the HP maxed out. And the Sentry Gun ends up surviving. No problem at all. It's even taking crit rockets, and it's not really phasing the Sentry Gun. And it's not even hitting me for that matter. So I just kind of strafe my way around to make sure that I'm never getting hit by those rockets. One rocket will essentially kill me. Yeah, I'm ready for you, Sentry Buster. You're not getting my stuff. You've had far too many victories. And now we go to town. Pretty easy. Get it! Get it! Oh, that cocky engineer, you hear that? He's already laughing, the battle's not done, but he knows he's got this. And there you have it. Mann vs Machine, the Engineer Guide. So let's kind of recap here. Max out your Sentry Gun. Your HP is important. Always keep that in mind. It'll help keep your Sentry Gun alive. You won't have to worry about upgrading so much or resetting up should you die. And then pretty much what you do from there is up to you. This has been Masamushia from Percolation Gaming, and I will see you next time.